So these are some helpful tools for your composition project. The first composition project went really well and I was really pleased with the results, so I thought that maybe making another video would really help. So basically for this one you're going to have 2 staves for each melody, and you want to make sure that they're connected. I put a line to connect both of them here, so you want to do that. If you want to be fancier, you can put the little bracket here that shows that those are going together. So on one melody, the top staff, which is going to be your melody line, has to be treble clef in one melody and bass clef in the other. For this example, I'm just going to do treble clef. And then you're going to pick a key signature. So let's say that I want to do G major. So we need 1 sharp. And then for the accompaniment, you can do whatever clef that you want. It has to be in the same key because it's all within the same song. So I'm going to do bass clef just because the top was in treble. And that way they won't be clashing too much, but it really doesn't matter. So all that's going to go in this bottom staff are chords. So that means notes stacked on top of each other. The only thing that's going to go in this top staff is going to be the melody, so nothing should be stacked on top of each other for this top. So first of all, let's just fill out the bottom. You have to put the key there, so we're going to put the key at the beginning. We also need a time signature. So for this example, I'll just do 4/4 time. And all of these things you should know to do from the last composition project. So basically now we're going to choose the chords that we want, and you have to have 12 chords. I'm going to do a very small example, so I'm not going to go through everything that you need for this project, but you can just see on guidelines. So let's say that I just want to do 2 measures here, and I'm going to do a chord. I'm going to do 4 chords per measure, 1 chord per beat. You don't have to do anything fancy rhythmic wise for the chords. They can be very strict in meter and just quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, you know, or 2 half notes or whatever you prefer, as long as you have 12 chords. So in this case, I'm going to do quarter notes. So we're starting on G, and I'm deciding that I want to start with a G chord. So I've got G, B, D here. And then I'll do a B chord, because why not? And you're not adding any accidentals to these chords. You're just simply putting chords that fit within this key. So you don't have to add any accidentals. The whole point is to know what the chord types are that fit within each key. Now notice for most of these I'm doing root position, but for one of them in particular I'm going to do not root position, just so that you can see what needs to be done. So you need to have at least 2 of each position. So most of these would be root. We have root, 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 root. This is where it changes. Root changes again. So first thing you want to do is put down the chords. Then you want to fill out this bottom part that you need. So you need to write down what the chord is. So this is a G chord, and we're in the key of G major. So let's look at the quality of this chord. We have G to B, which would be a major third. And then we have B to D, which is a minor third. So if major is on the bottom and minor is on the top, it's a major chord. So we say that this is a G chord because the root is G. And then we say that it's a minor. And you have to put that it's in root position. Then for this next one, the root of the chord is B. So we have to say that this is a B chord because remember the name of the chord has to deal with what the root is. And so let's find out the quality. So B to D would be a minor third. And then D to F sharp, remember our key signature is there, so F is always going to be sharped, is a major. So we have a minor below a major, which means that this would be minor. And I'm sorry, I accidentally put minor there. This would be a major. This would be a minor. And it's in root position because the root is on the bottom. So just continuing on, C, E, G. This is a C chord because C is the root. It's a major. And you can put major with a capital M or you can write it out like I am here, whatever you would like. And we know that it is root. And then this is an A chord. We have A, C, E, which would be minor. So it's going to be A minor. And it's also root. And you're going to go on like that. Now when you get to an inversion, you have to know what inversion this is. So here our notes are A, C, and F. If we were to put that in order of thirds, this F would need to go on the bottom. Since the A is on the bottom, this is going to be first inversion, and this is an F chord. And F to A is major, A to C is minor, so therefore it's a major chord, and first inversion. Now, for the melody, it doesn't matter which pitches you choose, you just have to make sure that you have every letter name for the melody. And it doesn't matter what the rhythm is or anything like that. You just have to have the certain things that are put in the guidelines. So here let's say that I want my melody, just choosing random things here. And you need to make sure that you have however many beats per measure that you need. We're in 4/4, so therefore we need 4 beats per measure. But it's going to be different depending on how many, what your time signature is. So we have 1, 2, then we'll just do something like that. Okay, so now you need to count the intervals. And the easiest way is to do a point up like this. And you have to do every successive pitch. So it's every pitch is going to be connected to another. So every pitch is going to have 2 connections. I'm just going to go through the first few. So what you do for the interval section is really look at the keyboard. From G to A, we have 1, 2, 2 half steps, therefore it's a major second. From A to B, we have 2 half steps, that's also a major second. Then B to C, that's 1 half step, so that's going to be a minor second. Then we have C to B, which is also a minor second. Be very careful with descending intervals. With descending intervals like this, you always take the lowest note. Even though it's not happening first, you always take the lowest note. So B to A, here we're going descending again. So you start with A on the keyboard, and go up to B, and you see that there's 2 half steps, so that would be a major second. And you continue on like that. Now I did all seconds here. Obviously I could jump more in the melody and things like that. But that's the basics of the assignment. If you want extra credit, you'll get 5 points extra credit if you add Roman numerals. So this G chord in G major would be a 1. And remember, it's capital for major chords and lowercase for minor chords. And you continue on like that. So since this is built on B, which is the 3rd scale degree, it's going to be a 3. Since this is built on A, which is the 4th scale degree, it's going to be a 4. And so on and so forth. Good luck.